This is a great initiative by the system, by the Australian Government, to give access for patients for their own care beyond their own doctor. And so we've now got the ability to summarise the medical history of the patient, which we normally do, including their past history, medications, immunisations, in order to give them access to that in a distant place.
We got the form from Dr. K, who wanted us to be involved, and we were happy to do so. He knew we travelled a bit, and access to our health wherever we are seemed to be like a good idea to him and to us.
And I probably had mentioned to him about our great-grandson and the problem his mother had with everybody asking the same questions over and over again wherever she went to a medical thing.
I have a stent in my body, which at one time, because they wanted to do an MRI, they weren't sure if they could do it because they weren't sure what the stent was made of. And had it been magnetic, they could not have used MRI to do the investigation that they wanted.
And
so that was a very important
doctor was
one.
Overseas.
That's right.
So then I started getting the phone calls, and I was scrabbling through all our medical file, looking for what this item was made from. And
So
he was sitting in hospital all day waiting.
Instead of them knowing that it was okay to go ahead with an MRI, and they didn't know.
I thought it would be of value because I go on trips with seniors and Probus Club, and in the past I have, for medical practitioners in other states, have had need to see my health record, but it's not been available to them. On one occasion I was suffering from tendinitis, and I was afraid that I may have a clot in my artery, and I attended the hospital there, and the doctor asked me had I had a history of blood clotting, and nobody knew the answer to that. It means now that they can get all the information that they require, and they know exactly where I am health-wise. No, I did last night, as a matter of fact, and I think that the information which is given to you to proceed from one step to the next is quite sufficient for nearly everyone who uses a computer to be able to do that.
But we're basically computer illiterate because we haven't got the computer. My son was able to, well, our son was able to sort that out, and well, he's got it all at his fingertips now, and is able to find anything that he wanted to for us.
New mums. We run 2 childhood immunisation each week, and our practice nurse who runs those clinics, she's been handing out brochures on eHealth because it enables the mother to check at any time what vaccinations their child's had without having to rely on recording it in the book.
Our daughter, with the 2 little grandsons we've got in Coffs Harbour, she found, and she told us, that every time she took a poor little boy, who was a very sick little child, to a different doctor, to a different hospital, to a different clinic, to a different department in the hospital, she had to repeat her story.
And with the system that is being offered, obviously they have access to this almost immediately by electronic means, which is very good.
Not really, because if it's recommended by the GP, he already has your health record, and he quite obviously thinks that the privacy which goes along with it will be observed to such an extent that there's no real embarrassment or problem to you.
Some people seem to have a bit of a paranoia about, you know, oh, people can't know my business and all this type of thing, and that I say you've got to somehow overcome. What you need to do is to allay people's fears that it's going to invade on their privacy, just to indicate that wherever they are, their medical records would be of value to whoever is attending to them at that time.
I think that you need to have quite a nice alliance between you and your GP, and if he suggests that this is worthwhile, then I think you should give it serious consideration and in all probability take it on.